Hello, Star Wars fans. Hey, you know there's just 88 days and 13 hours until Christmas 2021. We're happy to be here today. Just kind of have a relaxed session, talk about Star Wars. You can ask your Q&A. We're going to have some updates for the channel for those who are joining us. And oh my goodness, I see some of our very favorite folks here. Star Wars Meg. I saw that you're having a rough day today. You know, I could tell by your video today that it was a tough day to put out some content, but you know, we can always count on our Meg to give us some fantastic updates. Let me see if I could get, this is not wanting to work. Hold on one second here. Let's get the YouTube chat appearing here. Let's see, there we go. Let's see, where is it? There it is. Oh, there's Meg. So thank you. Much love to you, Meg. You know, our Discord server is a fantastic place to come and hang out with Santa and our friends. Star Wars Meg is there, and Meg did a fantastic thing today, as well as we had a couple other fantastic community members give our Discord server a boost. And that's a great way to support the channel. We like to, from time to time, do live streams on Discord, some watch parties where we watch Rebels and we'll watch other content along the way. And the server boost help us to be able to do that kind of thing so that you guys can share content with us, and we can chat about the shows as we watch them. It's a lot of fun. And Meg, thank you so much. We could tell your video today, we thank you for putting in the extra effort, working through it and getting it out there. Much love to you, Meg, and hope that you start to feel better. Start to feel better, get well. And you guys, I saw Jason Ward's here. Hello, it's showtime. We've got makingstarwars.net in the house. So, Jason, good to see you here as well. Thank you so much. And one reason today we're doing this topic is K Million, our our head elf, Lolly the elf, asked me a question last week. And she said, Dad, why do you like Blurrgs so much? Why do you keep going on about that? And I thought, you know, that's a good question to answer, and let's talk about that today and open up for your questions. If you have questions you'd like to ask Santa, as well as Kayla's question here, why did you like Blurrgs? Why do you want Blurrgs so much? And we'll talk about those. As long as your questions, I'm going to borrow from John Campia. Going to borrow from him just a little bit. As long as your questions are reasonable and appropriate, we will address them. You know, I have to say that because even though Meg is under the weather, she's she's a spicy Skittle. She will put things into the chat that Santa cannot address. So there's that. And of course, we have some, you guys have a lot of fun in the chat. So appreciate that. So we have updates to do. Yeah, salty Skittles and snow. Very good. Good to see you, Dale. And speaking of Dale, one of our September giveaway winners, we had every month we like to, for our channel members, do giveaways of a vintage collection figure and a Black Series figure, those Hasbro figures. And yes, Mark Hamilton asking the question I think everybody's asking today. If you're on our Discord server, Mark has asked the question that we have, that we all have. We'll talk about it here. But Dale Erdman, congratulations, Dale, one of our Discord members. And how can you win one of our monthly giveaways? It's by becoming a channel member. We have 3 levels of membership. The first being our Blizzard Battalion. For just $2 a month, you can be eligible to win a vintage collection figure. And this last month, we gave away Let's see if I still got them here. I do. I haven't shipped these yet. We've got Sharut Imwe from Rebels. So we've got this black vintage collection figure we gave away. And then we also gave away a Black Series figure. And this month we gave away to one of our Blizzard Battalion members. Blizzard Battalion members, of course, are eligible for those vintage collection figures. These are the 3 3/4 inch figures, like Sharut here from Rogue One. And then if you are a Snowpack member, that's just $5 a month. At that $5 a month level, you're eligible to win the vintage collection figure as well as a Black Series figure. And this month we gave away Carner Jacks in this 50th anniversary box. I love these boxes. They give us great artwork on them, as well as they kind of have a book opening. You get the description, some artwork from the story, as well as the figure. And this figure is quite interesting in that it's labeled Carner Jacks. It's intended to be Carner Jacks, but the figure may not be Carner Jacks. You know, like if you're familiar with the story, that figure is a little mislabeled. His design's not quite right for Carner, but we gave that figure away this month as well. So, and then if you are an Elite Squad member, one of our $10 a month members, then you are eligible for the vintage collection figure giveaway that we showed, the Black Series figure giveaway, or we're going to start giving away premier figures, premier collectibles. And we've placed some orders for some giveaways that are going to start in 2022. January should be the first Elite Squad premier figure giveaway, and I've pre-ordered the Boba Fett, and it's from those 6-inch figures, and they are very, very detailed. There's not Hasbro. They're from I gotta remember the name of them. It starts off with a couple letters. It's a premier figure. They're $100 figures, 6-inch. So there's the scale of Black figures. The Black Series figures are around $25, $30 US. These figures, SF Figure Arts, figures. They're SH Figure Arts. That's it, Mark. SH Figure Arts. They're $100. $100 for 6-inch figures, but the detail on them is tremendous. And if you go look at the SH Figure Arts figure for Boba Fett, that's been pre-ordered. That's going to come in January. We'll review it and give it away to one of our Elite Squad members. And this month, September, for our giveaway, both of our winners were members of the Elite Squad. So congratulations and thank you so much for that level of support. It was fantastic, you guys. We're excited to be continuing that on. And for 2022, we're going to go over our 1-year anniversary mark, of course, of being monetized. And that happened for Santa's birthday this past July. Well, we're going to go over that time for the 1-year anniversary of that. And we have pre-ordered the Hot Toys, those sideshow collectibles for Boba Fett on the throne there that you saw at the end of season 2 of The Mandalorian. He's on Jabba the Hutt's throne, and Boba Fett. And then I've already signed up to get, when it's released, the Fennec Shand figure that'll go with that, the entire set. So Boba Fett, the throne there, and Fennec Shand, that entire set we're going to give away to an Elite Squad member. Now that's around $700 US total for the entire package. That will go to one of our Elite Squad members, but there's an extra condition. You'll need to have been an Elite Squad for more than 6 months. So if you would join in January, you would have time to make it in time for that giveaway. And it'll be about this time next year, sometime between October, November, December, when those get released. We'll review them on the channel, and sometime next fall, October, November, December timeframe, when they're released, we're going to give away that entire set to an elite squad member who's been a member for at least 6 months. So that gives you some time between now and then to join, to decide if that can fit into your budget. And, if it doesn't, that's fine. You guys, any amount of support that you can give us, just joining, right? Subscribing to the channel, turning on those notifications, sharing it out to people, that helps us in a huge way. And then, of course, we on Discord share all kinds of things there as well. So you guys, please join our Discord to continue the discussions there. I've pinned the Discord link in the chat here so that we can have that. Let me get caught up with your chats. I see a lot of chat coming in, and Gray is pickling again. Gray sent me some fantastic Christmas pickles. First time I'd ever had those. They were delicious. And then she sent me another package of like spicy pickles. Not spicy Skittles like Meg, but spicy pickles. And they were delicious. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you, Gray, for all of your support. I absolutely adore Gray. She's a close, dear personal friend of mine. And I cannot wait one day to make it out west to be able to come visit and see you in person. So great to see you guys. And, I mentioned earlier, I got to bring this up because Mark asked the question everybody's been asking. I've been trying to get you guys to join our Discord. We have a fantastic time out there. But, your eyes, you really got to watch. Because Mark asked, why can't I stop seeing Darth Elvis's butt crack? It was a picture posted. We have some great friends over in the UK. And Martin and Darth Elvis, when the two of them get together, there's problems. When you add Mark Hamilton to the picture, it gets even worse. But there were four of them over there in the UK getting together. And they posted a picture from their shenanigans, and we saw more than we ever wanted to see. So there's that danger. You go out on Discord, prepare yourselves, brace yourselves to see more of Darth Elvis than you would ever think you needed to see. Yeah, why can't I stop seeing that? Oh my goodness, it was terrible. Very hilarious. There you go. But Jason, do you remember the last time you had a good dopamine hit from Star Wars? If so, what moment was it? I do remember, Jason. I absolutely remember. It was Cad Bane in the Bad Batch. That was a tremendous picture moment. It blew my mind. I was super excited to see it, and I cannot wait to see Cad Bane in the Book of Boba Fett, and to see him not get killed by Boba Fett. That's what I'm counting on, that Cad Bane will not be killed by Boba Fett, and that we will get live action Cad Bane throughout the Mandoverse, and perhaps plenty more Cad Bane content. More Cad Bane is good. Spencer, hey, hope you're doing well despite still being Blurrgless. So Spencer asks, brings up the question that Kayla asked me last week. One of the things that we wanted to talk about today is that why, Santa, do you want a Blurrg so badly? Well, I was preparing to maybe just do a show on this, but I think it fits in well here with the Q&A. There are several reasons. First is the Mandalorian. So, many of you know, there's a big HasLab project for the Razor Crest. It's a crowd-funded kind of thing. Very, very expensive collectible. Santa ordered 3 of those, right? So I've got a couple to sell. I'm going to try to recoup the funds so I can keep one. And then maybe we will see how that goes. But that got me started collecting vintage collection. That's a vintage collection scale ship, right? So the HasLab Razor Crest started it. And if you follow along the Mandalorian, the episode 1, right away, Mando runs into Blurrgs, and he has a hard time with them. Of course, Quill comes along and shocks it, but then they train the Blurrgs. Blurrgs are a big part of season 1, season 2 as well. Blurrgs are put onto the Razor Crest. They take them to go in season 2 in one of the shows there. I don't want to give away. I know Kayla is still catching up on season 1. She hasn't finished season 1 of The Mandalorian, and season 2 will show as well. Those Blurrgs were an essential part of that. Add to that, Blurrgs have been prevalent in all kinds of Star Wars content, going all the way back to those Ewok movies on Endor. You see Blurrgs there. You see Blurrgs in the Clone Wars. They appear in several episodes there. They appear in Rebels. Rebels, there's an episode where they're escaping on Blurrgs. You also see them in the Bad Batch. In the Bad Batch, I believe it's the first time you kind of see color variation on the Blurrgs. So it does give some incentive to the folks at Hasbro. If you would make some vintage collection Blurrgs, I could put them with my Razor Crest. I could include it with the Mandalorian set. But you can also do some color variation to get collectors like myself and many of those who are here with us to buy lots of them. Oh, you need one for Mando. You need one for Quill. You could use several Blurrgs, 3, 4, 10. Who knows? You know, Santa's sleigh's pulled by 8 reindeer. Maybe they could be pulled by 8 Blurrgs with Rudolph at the lead, 9. So there you go. Lots of opportunity to purchase vintage collection Blurrgs for our characters to ride on. And you know, a Blurrg is essentially a Star Wars version of a horse. That's essentially it. You train it, you get around, except they've got teeth, and they're fantastic. Of course, I've got my Mission Fleet Blurrg right here. That Mission Fleet Blurrg is fantastic, but it's small. It's not the right scale. Right, and this is a fantastic figure. It's posable and it's got movable arms and all that. It's great. I love him, but I don't have a Blurrg that Mando can ride. So more Blurrgs. That's why I'm sort of obsessed with it. Right? Why am I obsessed with getting Blurrgs? Well, they've been throughout Star Wars in canon all over, and we have yet to get them released for our vintage collection line. With the Mandalorian, they're really integrated as part of that show. So that's why that. So let me get caught up with the comments some more. Martin, you know, Martin's the one that posted that picture. Oh, Martin, good to see you here. You know, Martin's a Black Series figure collector, and he has the corner on the market of Zuvios. Constable Zuvio from the Force Awakens, that essential character to the sequel trilogy. Martin has a museum of Constable Zuvio called the Zuvium. It's a real tour of the Zuvium, both in person or virtually. It is a good time. I highly recommend it. But Martin has, he's in the process of storing up every Constable Zuvio on the planet so that he can drive the profit up and sell them at a tremendous markup. That's his retirement plan right there. He was going to be a millionaire when those things go up to about $1. Well, he gets them around $1 or a pound each. So if they would just go up to 2, he'd probably be a millionaire already. No, if they would go up to 10 or even go to full retail, let's say $25 to $30 per Zuvio, oh, Martin would be swimming in cash. Oh my goodness. Good to see you guys. Hey, Mike Porter's here. Good to see you, my friend. Mike Porter, thank you for your support. Good to see you. Thank you, Mark, for promoting the channel. Mark's a great guy. They should have shared. We don't need to. Oh, Nikki. Good to see you here, Nikki. Meg, I'm rooting for you. Yes, Meg. Please get well. Please get well. Yeah, let's see. Oh, let's see. Hello, Dominic. Good to see you. I see there's lots of questions. I got to get caught up. I am way behind on the chat, and then I do have something else to share with you. Yeah, even Santa has a release date of 2022. 2022 is going to be a huge year for Star Wars. Practically getting new Disney Plus content every week of the year. It's going to be enormous. Plus, we get High Republic novels, comics. Wave 3 is in the novels is coming out in January, and include on that other Star Wars content that will be released. Some of it we're hoping to be announced on November 12th. So let's look for that. Let's keep going. How many pickles in a lunchbox? Oh, it depends. If I can't tell you, if you eat too many, you might get a tummy ache. Oh. Dominic, do you want to make a wager on the Michigan-Ohio State game, November 27th? Oh, Dominic, what would that wager look like? That's what we'd have to figure out what that would look like. I do have an ongoing wager with my friend Sheev the Wise, and it's all about Cad Bane and and Boba Fett. If Boba Fett kills Cad Bane, and then Santa has to put up Vader's lair back here, and I have to stream all of my content for an entire week from Vader's lair. And if Boba Fett dies without killing Cad Bane, or Cad Bane dies by some other means that Boba Fett is not directly involved in, like it doesn't count if Boba Fett puts out a contract for Cad Bane and one of his henchmen kill him, it has to be Boba Fett himself. So if Cad Bane is not killed by Boba Fett, then Sheev the Wise has to put up Santa's cottage for an entire week and do his live streams from Santa's cottage. So that's what those kind of wagers look like. Dominic, what kind of wager would we make on that Michigan-Ohio State game? And I don't know if you want to get into that at this point of the season. We're still a ways away from that game, and Michigan has not done well on that for a while. It's been a while. Let's see. I got to be careful. There's Sheaf. Boba's going to kill him. Maybe not. Maybe not, Sheaf. It's the other people that are on Boba Fett's hit list include Han Solo and Luke Skywalker. And we know that Boba Fett does not kill either one of them. Maybe Boba Fett's kill list is 0. Who's to say that Boba Fett's going to kill anybody? He did get knocked into a sarlacc by a blind guy who couldn't even see him. So there you just never know. Martin, there's more chance of seeing Darth Elvis's butt than Santa getting a Blurrg. Well, one has already happened. One of those things has already happened. So maybe the Blurrg is getting closer. The more of these things that people buy, the more money Hasbro has to tool up and give us some vintage collection Blurrgs. We at least need the vintage collection, and I'll give my friends with the Black Series collectors, I'll throw them a bone and say, we might as well get a Black Series Blurrg as well. But what we really need are vintage collection Blurrgs. The Black Series ones I'll throw out there as optional. But we'd take Black Series Blurrgs as well. Yes, Blurrg span the animation series live action. They're fantastic. Yes. Dominic, Santa knows how to jibber jabber. I've been spending too much time with Meg. Well, I haven't got to spend enough time with Meg, I would say. Meg is an absolute superstar in this community and somebody we need to get well. There you go. Yes, calling you out for being super behind. Well, it's not like you haven't had time, Kayla. You got to get caught up on the Mandalorian. She's been working on it, though. She's more than halfway through season 1. And so she'll be on season 2 pretty soon. Spencer, need to watch the old Ewok movies. Those are a lot of fun to watch. And it's a lot of fun, especially when you consider that George Lucas was involved in the writing and production of those movies. And keep that in mind, right? When people talk about George and his universe, keep that in mind when you watch those movies. They've had more screen time than Tauntauns. You know what, Mark? You're absolutely right. And you can get a Tauntaun sleeping bag, right? If you ever cold, you can sleep inside a Tauntaun just like Luke did. Dom, I'm worried about Santa's obsession. Well, the more that I have to wait, the more the obsession grows. So Hasbro can do us all a favor and get us some Blurrgs and calm Santa down. There you go. You have a wager for me. Okay, we'll have to catch up on that, Dominic. I'm getting caught up with the chat. If they ever make a TVC Blurrg, Santa should get an advanced sample to review. You know what? You're absolutely right, Mark. Santa should be invited to one of those fan events where you get to come on and get to ask Hasbro questions. And when Santa comes on and says, "Hey, Hasbro, when am I getting my TVC Blurrgs?" They'll say, "You know what, Santa? We've got a surprise just for you." And reveal it to the world that we're going to get TVC Blurrgs. So if I ever get an invite from Hasbro to attend one of those events, you know that they're going to be asked about Blurrgs. And so that they might as well be ready. They might as well have it in the can and be ready to spring it on the public. You're getting a Blurrg and you're getting a Blurrg. Everybody's getting a Blurrg. That would be great. Oh, that would be great. Many Blurrgs will die in the book of Boba Fett. I hope not. We need more Blurrgs. I would, however, welcome Blurrgs in the book of Boba Fett. You know, more Blurrgs means that it gets even more pressure on Hasbro to create those things. Yes, Martin did get another 10 Zuvios last week. I saw the package you shared on Discord, collecting up those Zuvios. And not only does Martin have the Black Series Zuvios, he's got custom painted Zuvios. He's got rare collectible Zuvio artwork. You guys, I'm not kidding you. You need to go get hold of a Martin Zuvium on Discord and get yourself signed up to take a tour of the Zuvium. It is absolutely priceless. It is so much fun. I can guarantee you a good time will be had. Go in with a great sense of humor and low expectations. That's all you got to say. And you will have a great time. It is a great place, and you will be surprised. There are some reveals in that Zuvium tour that will knock your socks off. I thought episode 9. Oh, I saw that. Where was it? I saw it in there. It had Star Wars horses and episode 8. Well, there were those space horses, right? They did use actual horses to film with the. So you do have horses, but Blurrgs are more common. Let's say that. But, and they cover all. The only place we haven't seen a Blurrg are in the saga movies, right? In the 9 movies, you have to correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there's been a Blurrg sighting in any of the 9 movies. In fact, I don't even think there's one in Solo or in Rogue One. So that would be about it. Why Zuvio? Well, there's a good reason for that. And if you take a tour of the Zuvium, you might even learn why Zuvio. He was a star of the Force Awakens. More of a star than you could ever know. Yes, skipping the comments I can't repeat because you guys are naughty. I mean, there you go. Ducky, question. If you had 2 lumps of coal to throw, one at any Hasbro figure and one at any Star Wars scene, who are you throwing coal at? Or what are you throwing coal at? Oh my goodness, one at any Hasbro figure. The Hasbro figure might be one of the needless repaints. You know, there's a couple of repaints that, and I just saw that we're getting another repaint and I actually haven't ordered one. I ordered a Black Series Boba Fett. Another Boba Fett. How many Boba Fetts do you need? Well, all of them. That's it. There are lots and lots of Boba Fett repaints. Some of them are fantastic, but some are needless. If you go back into some of the Stormtrooper repaints, perhaps. So it would be in one of those repaints that Hasbro puts out. Probably for me, it'd be in those one-off lines. So let's take like the vintage collection. They've got what they call carbonized versions. They're exactly the same, just got a little bit of a sheen to them. And then in the Black Series line, they've got this other line where they're like super colorful, and they're a little bit weird. They come with a credit, right? The credit collection Black Series figures. Those are a little bit odd. I'm not sure why you need a repaint of a credit collection figure and when you don't even have a Blurrg. That's all I'm saying. So so there's that. And then at any Star Wars scene, what am I throwing the coal at? I'm throwing it into the I'm going to go with A New Hope remake, one of the special edition versions of Jabba the Hutt and Han Solo outside the Millennium Falcon. That gets coal for sure. That scene is completely pointless. It adds nothing to the show. You get to see Jabba the Hutt, but Han Solo repeats everything that he told to Greedo, right? Greedo says, "Tell Jabba I was this and that and the other thing," right? So then, and then when he sees Jabba, he goes, "Jabba," and he tells him the exact same thing that he told Greedo. Well, of course, you know, he did kill Greedo, so Greedo wasn't able to deliver the message, but still kind of a pointless scene. It adds nothing, and it's wonky. So I would just take that scene out, put it back the way it was. Oh, and I loved this quote from Young Frankenstein. Put it back. So there you go. Put it back. We don't need that. We don't need that. Let's see. Let's get caught up. Cad Bane has to die, otherwise Dark Doggo may return. Hilarious. I'm Sheev. Where's Meg? Ronnie, Meg is under the weather. She's not feeling great. She's really struggling through, and she's a trooper. She gave us some content today. You could hear her voice didn't sound like the normal spicy skittle that Meg is. She put out her content, and you could tell she was powering through to get it out there. It was a lot of fun to watch. Why does Chewbacca love cookies? And you know the joke. There's a joke. The joke is because they're chewy. Because they're chewy. That's why Chewbacca loves cookies. But no, she actually gave us some real content. I couldn't believe she didn't deliver the line. And when she didn't deliver that line, you knew for sure she wasn't feeling well. So that's where Meg is. She's recuperating. We're talking college football fun this year. You know, when they come up in the Q&A, we have an open Q&A show, then, you know, almost anything is game. X-Wing, they did say all killer jokes filler. I like the jokes line better than your correction, no filler. All killer, no filler. Yes, they did. All killer, except he doesn't kill anybody. How about that? Yeah, Zero the Hutt did die. He was assassinated by, do you guys know who? I know one person in our community knows, and actually more than one, his whole family. So yes, Zero the Hutt was assassinated. Maybe the Blurrg is, oh no, why did I click on that? Let's clear that. Oh, yes. The Padawannabe. I'll say this. Boba cannot forget Mace Windu either. You know, I don't think Mace Windu is dead. I agree with Meg on this, and I absolutely believe that he's alive and that he will show up in the Book of Boba Fett. That's one of my out there kind of things, but you know, that's it. Hope Santa's prepared to live in Vader's lair for a bit. It's not going to happen, Wayne. It's, at least I hope not. I hope not. Dominic, $25 super chat. Let's work on a more fun, no money being exchanged. I don't want to put a bet like that on. I like to do more of the gentleman's wager where it's a lot of fun to be had and puts stakes on the on the line where we have to do something fun. So let's try to find something fun to do. Yes, hashtag Mace lives. Absolutely, X-Wing. Absolutely. Oh, Mike had to leave. Let's see. Right, right. The Tauntaun sleeping bag without the guts, please. Yes, without the guts, please. Uh, uh, you guys, you guys. I have to skip over some of these chats again. I should stream with Mike Zero. Oh, Ronnie, that would be fun, wouldn't it? That would be, Mike Zero, and just to give you guys, there's just a couple things. He is. He's hustling, right? He is putting out the videos. The amount of work he does to get those videos out 4, 5, 6 times a day with the exact same content reworded and marketed differently is amazing. How anybody can do that much work is beyond me. But Mike Zero is a good Star Wars fan who makes up stuff and puts it out there. And a lot of it's speculation, just Mike going off the top of his head. But that would it would be fun. The Great Blurrg Massacre 2021. I want a Blurrg head mount for my wall. That would be hilarious, X-Wing. Who wouldn't want a Blurrg head mount on their wall? That would be great. Oh no, I got to skip some of these again. You guys are being, you guys are being rotten. Make my own Blurrg. You know, Yachty, that's a good point. Maybe I need to get myself a 3D printer and make myself some Blurrgs. I'm still holding out, much like I am to get the original trilogy in its theatrical release. Well, one thing that I absolutely never will forgive George Lucas on is holding back on giving us those through media. You know, they were originally released. You can get them still yet on those big laser. They exist in the theatrical release, and there are some VHSs out there. But VHS is a degradable technology. They're tough to maintain. I would love to have in digital format the original trilogy in its theatrical release, but George Lucas refuses to allow that to be released in that format. And you could go get those. There's Hermes specialized editions as well as some other remakes where they've taken the original trilogy from those sources. They've cleaned them up and they've enhanced them to make them really, really nice. You can go out and you can get those, but it takes some extra work. Much like getting your own Blurrg. There are places where you can get a Blurrg, but Hasbro hasn't yet released it. I'm dying for them to release it so we can get them that way. Ewok movies are original trilogy plus. That's true. Loft cats. Yes, loft cats do appear. Are they in any of the movies? That's a good question, Jimmy. I want to think that I saw a loft cat just in the Mandalorian, right? I didn't see you in any of the movies. Yeah, Mando and Rebels, right? In live action, we've seen a live action loft cat in the Mandalorian. Were there Blurrgs in episode 4 with the stormtrooper on Tatooine? They were in episode 1, episode 2. And they showed up in season 2. No. Sadly not. Santa says he's cold for throwing for the elves. Have to go back to work. Oh, thanks for stopping in, Dominic. Let me get caught up. Dewbacks. Yeah. There's another figure. TVC Santa and TOB1 2-pack announced imminently. Oh, you forgot to say that that those TOB1 2-packs to come with TOB1 permanently attached to a Blurrg. No, they can't be released. So you get your TVC Blurrg, but it's got TOB1 permanently attached to it. Oh, that would be terrible. That's were there Blurgs in the Bad Batch? Indeed, there were, Ronnie. Indeed, there were. There's the episode where we see. Oh shoot. Omega meets Harrison Dula. In that episode, there are Blurgs in there that they're writing as well. At The Last Jedi. Oh, Wayne. Oh, and everybody involved making it. That's just mean. That's mean. There were people involved making it that, hardworking folks. Like it or not, they're still fantastic. You would throw coal at at Carrie Fisher. Would you throw coal at dead Carrie Fisher, Wayne? Or what about Mark Hamill? Right? Would you throw coal at Mark Hamill for being involved in making The Last Jedi? Oh, that's terrible. Oh my goodness. At Leia Poppin scene and Zalbar Black Series figure. You know, Martin, but you still bought it, didn't you? Like me buying that Mission Fleet Blurrg. You got that Black Series Zalbar. And you love it. You love it. You know you do. Oh, that's good stuff. As a technician, bypassing the compressor is likely the worst thing you could do for any pressurized system. Oh, just saying. You know, there's times where too much knowledge of working things makes it harder to enjoy something because you see how much they mess up. Oh, Landon's become a member. Thank you so much, Landon. I really appreciate the support. And, we've got these, I use Streamlabs. I switched over to Streamlabs because it's got these great features like these notifications that come up. Thank you so much for becoming a member, Landon. It's fantastic. It's McClunky. That's right. The Greedo scene is McClunky. All right. Zero the Hutt. R.I.P. I gotta be careful. I see some of these comments and I've got to be careful. Sometimes I click on them before I read them, and if I do that, I'll get in trouble. I really gotta watch. Oh, thank you, B. Grissom. Oh, my goodness. It is fantastic to be Santa Claus. Kiaran, thank you so much for the super chat, my friend. I truly appreciate that. First hero as a kid, Santa. During the Christmas season, there is nothing like being Santa Claus. It is fantastic. It is absolutely wonderful. Brings a lot of joy to my heart, as well as being able to spread some Christmas spirit, some happiness to other folks. Yes, there's Snoodles. She's the assassin. She absolutely. And you know what, Jason? I don't know why your picture doesn't like to show when I highlight it like that. Just get a big yellow circle. But yes, Miss Snoodles. She took out Zero. Absolutely. Oh, Jimmy, that's a good one. Mace Windu used to be powerful, but now he's armless. Who would Snoodle size Snoodles? That's a good question, Mark. That's a good question. Green Bear, my boss just got sandwiches and gave me a veggie. Am I supposed to say thanks or throw it at her? Oh, that's great. How many hands have been chopped off in all the films? Well, we know Anakin, and we know Luke. We know Mace. For sure. Do you count getting your head chopped off too? Because then you could you could count Jango Fett. How many other arms get lopped off? There's at least those three. Yeah, you can't. Deke, are you counting droid arms and arms and arms? Well, then it's almost countless, right? Oh, let's see. How far? Yeah. Fair. Good one, Kayla. Yeah, I thought this was Trinity's channel. I learned from Trinity in participating with the chat. He's been a mentor, a teacher, and so you can tell that I've learned well. I am very far behind in the chat. Consider Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer to be canon, legends, or fan fiction. Well, Rudolph's absolutely real, Ducky. He's got to be canon. Rudolph the Reindeer Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is absolutely canon. There you go. Can't you just watch the movie illegally? Indeed you can, Ronnie. Indeed you can. Why is Lucas so anti the original theatrical release? Jimmy, the reason he states is because he didn't feel it was ever complete. The versions that he released, he felt he didn't have time or the technology to really create what he had envisioned, and that the special releases are closer to that realization than the original theatrical release. But he gave testimony in front of Congress that said that people experienced in the theaters a certain movie that ought to have access to it, and those ought to be preserved in the Library of Congress, where they can be preserved for perpetuity, right? But he has refused to give his movies to the Library of Congress. I think they have A New Hope, but they don't have Empire Strikes Back nor Return of the Jedi. He refused to submit them, but yet he was complaining when when his nemesis, right, was out there taking black and white movies and colorizing them, right? He was super mad at Ted Turner for taking that and complained about technology being able to change the theatrical releases. Yet that's exactly what George Lucas did. And so what he said was that he was opposed. He's been opposed to releasing the original theatrical releases because they weren't truly what he had envisioned, and it just makes me crazy. Lothcat live action Mando only. That's right. Let's see. 3D files for Visions, the dual characters available to print. Ooh, so Mark has found many of these that you can get with the 3D printers, and he's actually printed some fantastic characters and figures and accessories. So yes, 3D printers have been very friendly to Star Wars collectors. You can get content that's not normally available. Yes, you did buy that that Wookiee, Nikki. Absolutely, Nikki is Santa's bodyguard. You got to be careful. She knows how to use that hammer for sure. What are you getting for Christmas, Ronnie? Oh, it's about time for Santa to be making the list and checking it twice. That's a good question. We don't know yet, do we? Oh, great. I'm excited for Jingle Year with Santa. Jingle Ring again. As a professional Santa Claus, I have done virtual visits with many of you. So Gray and her daughter and friend, I was able to do a visit with, as well as with Mark Hamilton, his son, and others. So coming up soon, we're already under 90 days until Christmas. I'll be able to share with you how you can get a reservation to get a virtual visit with Santa. And it's done live, real time, just like this. We put up a different background. We've got up the North Pole, Santa's workshop. That'll be available. And then you get to visit with Santa, get to talk to me. It's a two-way conversation we have with the kids. It is a ton of fun. And you get a great experience. This year, they're actually building it out. And the name of the organization has changed to Zuhu. Oh, it's a weird name. It's called Zuhu, and you still have a Jingle ID. So Santa's Jingle ID is still the same, but you can schedule a virtual visit from anywhere in the world. A virtual visit with Santa, and if you have my Jingle ID, then you can reserve a visit with me. And we can visit with your kids, your family, and it is a fantastic time. Thank you so much, Gray. I look forward to doing that again as well. Dooku. I thought about doing a series on Santa Fixes. So Santa Fixes, say, the original trilogy, or Santa Fixes the prequel trilogy. Santa Fixes the Phantom Menace. So we're liable to do a series of shows on Santa Fixes some Star Wars content. And Dooku is a figure, one of the characters who does need fixed in the prequel era. So yes. Dale, what happens to all the limbs after they're cut off? I bet Jawas make soup. They scavenge anything. Well, or Palpatine puts him in Mount Tantus. And be careful when you say Mount Tantus. And I know Meg is under the weather, but Meg misspoke, and now it's become a thing. So, maybe Palpatine gets that severed limb and stores it away in his cloning facility in Mount Tantus, and then he could be doing all kinds of nefarious things with it. In fact, we've already seen Luke's hand out there on Exegol. So, yeah, that's Dooku was headless. Too much drinking, both hands and his head. That's right, Dale. Dooku did get both hands severed. That's a good point. Slave flying blurgs this Christmas. If you see Santa's sleigh being pulled. Oh, that's very funny, Chief. I am working on a graphic of that. That when we eventually get a merch store up, I do want to have Star Wars Santa in a sleigh being pulled by 8 Blurgs and Rudolph too. A Rudolph Blurg. We've been working on that a little bit, doing some Photoshop work, but it kind of falls off the plate, and I haven't kept up with it. George has been left out of cookies for a very long time. First of all, Santa's not a huge fan of the prequels. But secondly, the original trilogy, until he gives us those in digital format that we can view the original theatrical releases, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, my goodness. Virtual visits. Yes, we do virtual visits. The pandemic is what started it. So last year, we had to do a lot of virtual stuff. And this year, I just sadly got the news that Ikea has canceled their in-person Santa visits. So I normally am Santa Claus for Ikea here in Columbus, Ohio. And this year, Ikea corporate has decided no personal visits with Santa. So sadly, that's the case. There's the demand for virtual visits is still there. And with this Delta variant that's going around, and who knows what else comes after that, it's hard to say when we'll be back to kind of normal Santa visits again. But I absolutely love the virtual visits. Being able to visit like Mark's children or Gray is wonderful. And certainly here in Central Ohio, I couldn't do that with everyone. So I appreciate that. Ronnie, oh, thank you so much, Ronnie. I would love to get a visit, and I'll be sharing the information on those virtual visits very soon. Also, coming soon, you can book an online visit from Darth Elvis's. Oh, no. Why did I click on that, Martin? You got me. You got me. Oh, no. I clicked on the wrong one. Nikki, Elvis will be on the sleigh mooning the entire world. Well, there's that famous picture of Santa's sleigh going in front of the moon. You just didn't know what you were really seeing there, did you? The virtual visit is a ton of fun, Green Bear. I'll be sharing that information soon. Tyler the Kid. Hey, here's our other Black Series winner. I mentioned earlier how Dale won the Vintage Collection figure in September. Tyler, one of our other Elite Squad members, won the Black Series figure. It's fantastic. Will it be wrapped like a present? No, but I will autograph a photo and send it along. In fact, I'm holding off because I ordered some prints of my portrait so that I can autograph those and send them to you. So those will be coming later this week. So maybe this weekend or next week I'll get those in the mail to you, Tyler. Thanks for your support. You guys, I talked about it earlier. Channel memberships is a great way to support the channel. Just subscribing and turning on those notifications. Your view hours help YouTube know that this is the kind of content that, there you go. Oh, that would be great. That would be great, Tyler. Do an unboxing video when you get it. I appreciate that. There is another bit of news I wanted to share with you all. So we've been having a lot of fun visiting and looking at your comments, your questions, and answering those. But there was a poster revealed let me get that up here so you guys can see it. A poster reveals of the terrifying tales that's coming out, the Lego holiday special this year. And this is fantastic. Look at that. The door with them chopping through, much like The Shining. And you get all the characters. You got Mother Talzin in there, Maul, the Emperor. It's a great, great picture. I'm very much looking excited. I'm excited for it. Looking forward to it. You know what? This calls for a poll. Are you excited for Terrifying Tales to be released? And then we'll give yes, meh, right? You always got to give a meh response, and then let's add another response. Where's the add another response? Yes. Get out of the way, Clear. Let me see if I can add I've got the Clear in the way and creating the. Here you go. You get two answers: yes or no. That's it. That's it. That's it. Mark, that's a good point too. So, is that supposed to be The Shining? It looks like The Shining to me with the hatchet. The door isn't quite the same, but it's there. So The Shining, when he shops through and says, "Here's Johnny," that is one of the funniest scenes in the entire movie. I love it. But the news about Obi-Wan and Andor coming the first half of 2022. This is absolutely exciting, and it's news that Meg shared last week that she has gotten sort of an exclusive story on that. Obi-Wan and Andor coming the first half of 2022. We know that the Book of Boba Fett starts in December, but it will bleed over into January, and then it will go on to Mark. Show the pic. What pic? The Obi-Wan and Andor? What? No, I'm not showing the pic. If that's the one you mean. That's a benefit to people who join Discord. Exclusive to Discord. I'm not sharing the pic. That's not happening. Oh, that's good. David Collins confirmed it is based on The Shining. Very good, Martin. Meg shared that. So we've got the Book of Boba Fett coming out in December. That'll go over into January, and that we get Andor and Kenobi in the first half of 2022, leading up to, of course, the second season of The Bad Batch. Next summer is expected to come out like May or June. Show the picture, you coward. No, I will not, Martin. No, I'm not going to show the picture. That's not happening. It's on Discord. You guys go view it on Discord. When you think about content in 2022, we said it's going to be a jam-packed year. Oh my goodness. If we're getting Andor and Kenobi and The Bad Batch, like right there in the first half of 2022, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be an amazing year. As well as we know that, of course, we're going to get Mandalorian Season 3 in 2022 as well. What picture? The picture. And if you've been on Discord, you know the picture. It's the one that Zuvio posted of the gathering they had over there in the UK, and there's a side of Darth Elvis that you never wanted to see. That's the picture. Bail better be in Andor. I absolutely I agree with you, Trev. We need Jimmy Smits in Star Wars. More Jimmy Smits, please. Yes, Bail. We need Bail Organa there, and that would lead us to see. And I think I don't know about Andor. I would love to see him in Andor. I also want to see him in Kenobi, and I'm really, really dying to see him in Kenobi, and maybe get a young Princess Leia. We've already heard a lot about Kenobi seeing young Luke Skywalker, right? Like a 10-year-old Luke Skywalker. And I would love to see like the 10-year-old Leia hanging out with her dad, Bail Organa. that would just be wonderful. So Santa knows you should be trying to get people to join, not drive them away. That's true. That's true. RF Gaming Channel. Uh, if you've seen that, oh, Mark, I can't click on that, but that's hilarious. Oh, new figures released. Please do, Martin. I absolutely would love to see the new figures being released. Thank you so much. Yes, yes, please. Now, very much look forward to that. Young Kenobi actor interacting with a young Leia would be good. A Kenobi interacting with young Leia. That's it. Kenobi interacting with young Leia would be fantastic. I would very much love to see that. I think it would be great. And there's been rumors of a casting of both a young Luke and a young Leia. So I think that's going to be in Kenobi. Whether they're going to show up in, oh, I see. There's pictures coming. Let me see if I can get them. Oh no, I haven't seen them yet, Mark. But I'll keep my eyes open. Email's on its way. Oh, okay. I will check the email, sir. Thank you. Let's see if I can do that. Let me turn this off. And then let's take a look at the results of the poll. You guys, 72% are excited, looking forward to the terrifying tales. 26%, nope, not so much. Well, those holiday specials are a different kind of thing. So let me get in here. Star Wars Santa. Let's see. I'm looking to see Martin's email. I'll keep my eye open, Martin. Gaming Greats, yeah. Gaming Greats figures coming. I'm watching. I'm watching. Martin, jump on the stream. The problem here, Mark, is I've got it set up in Streamlabs, and I don't have it in Melon, where I could just let Martin jump in. So we can absolutely get Martin in later in the week and talk about those. I did have last week, of course, Target released some exclusives here in the U.S. and over in the U.K. Those are made more available. But with that Target exclusive, getting the vintage collection Boba Fett from Droids series that has a very distinctive paint, that is a tough one to get. Those sold out very, very quickly. And then I've been watching to see if they post them again. Because what happens a lot of times is the original comes out and they sell out almost immediately. And then a few days later, they come back in and say, we found more figures, or we've got a bigger number to work with. And so there you go. Darth just saw the pic. Yes, that Santa mask was dangerously close. Suzu, hello. Good to see you. Yes, the TVC Boba from David, all the cool stuff. And fortunately, we've made really good friends here with folks everywhere. And one of my friends reached out to me and said that they have one of these TVC Bobas that they have an extra and that they've set aside for me. If I can't get one myself, that they'll make sure that I do get one. So really excited for that. So I know that I have it. I'm still trying desperately to get one myself, but if I don't get it, then I do have someone who has reached out to me and said, hey, Santa, I'll make sure you get one. So I don't want to reveal who that is without their permission. So I won't tell you, but I'm super excited that that TVC Boba is going to be there. Let's see. Still watching the email. Oh, there we go. And let's get this open here. Open. Let's see. Let's open here. Let's see if it'll open. Yeah. Come on. Yeah, yeah. Allow. Google wants permission. Permission, permission, permission. My goodness. I gotta. Yeah, accept. My goodness. Here we go. It's okay. Convert. Google's Cloud Convert's trying to get it. What? Let's see if I could get it here. Should have. Yes, I got the email. It's converting it. Finished. Download. Here we go. Now I can share it. Let's get this nice and big. So here's our gaming grate. Let's see if that's here. If I share display, there it is. Thank you, Martin. So there's the new figure. That looks great with the red and that blue visor. This would be one of those. What's the name of these troopers? You gotta have to tell me what the name of it is. I can't think of it right off the bat. And I'm assuming this, yeah, I see the logo on there. It's a Black Series figure. Gaming Grate's coming out. Do we have a date on that yet? A Republic Commando, that's it. We got a Republic Commando. And do we have any kind of date? This repaint is acceptable. Yes. Republic Commandos, it looks great. I like the a little bit of scuff on the outfit there. It looks great. When are they be available for pre-order or for sale? Do we know yet the date? Repaint all the Delta Squad. I do think they will. I absolutely think they will. But do we have a date when this is going to be able to be ordered? Oh, here we go. Spring 2022. Yeah. So thank you, Martin. Appreciate that. The 6-inch RC 1138. Retail price $26.50. Available spring 2022. Oh, that's great. That is. Thank you, Martin. I really, really appreciate it. So you guys, I've had fun hanging out. We talked about the. Yeah, the pre-order should be soon. I would think so, Mark. All these figures are coming out. The pre-orders hopefully here in the next day or two, maybe in the next week, we'll get those pre-orders. Yes, there you go. I'll continue to share that. So we've had fun. Q&A with Santa. We were able to talk about, I've got more channel news to share. Not only are we doing these giveaways for next year, and of course, every month we give away a vintage collection figure. Those are those 3 3/4 inch figures to one of our Blizzard Battalion members or above. And then every month we give away a Black Series figure to a Snowpack member or above. And then starting January, I've already pre-ordered the SH Figure Arts Boba Fett. It's a $100 figure that we're going to give away to one of our Elite Squad members once that figure comes in. We review it. And then I've pre-ordered the Hot Toys collectible, those sideshow figures, the Boba Fett on Jabba the Hutt's throne. And that'll include the sideshow collectible Boba Fett, as well as the throne, and we're going to throw in Fennec Shand. Now, Fennec Shand hasn't been released yet. They haven't opened the pre-orders for those yet, but we will give that entire package away. It's about a $700 order for all of those figures. We're going to give that to an Elite Squad member next fall. So about this time, maybe October, November, December, we'll give away that entire collection next year. And that is, you'll have to be a member for at least 6 months. And so you have some time to join, to figure out if you have the means to be able to support the channel at that level. But we do want to reward our Elite Squad members for supporting the channel. And it's fantastic. You get both figures and the throne. It's a really, really cool thing. And that's going to come next year. Those figures get shipped next year. Right now they're saying October, November of 2022. So once we get those figures, we're able to review them. We'll give that away to an Elite Squad member who's been a member for at least 6 months to reward our support. But you know what? We've got other things coming up. You don't have to support us financially. There's a lot of fun. And then we have games. When we were watching the Bad Batch, we had weekly predictions, and we would put people on the we'd put people on the Wall of Fame if you got your predictions right and you beat Santa. Well, this year we're going to do that again with the Book of Boba Fett. And we've got 2 games that you can participate with. Reach out to me on Discord. I've already shared out before, but we'll share it out again. We've got a bingo card. The bingo card are those characters that you think might show up. So these are guest appearances, right? People, let me just turn this back off. Those are going to be the cameos. What cameos are we going to have? And there's a list of characters you can pick from. Or if there's some characters that you think might appear that aren't listed, you can add your own. You can create your own bingo card. And those will be included in the tally for the Wall of Fame at the end of the year for the Book of Boba Fett. And then during the season, every week we'll have predictions where you can put in your predictions for the following episode, and we'll start doing those right away. So look for those games. You don't have to be a Blizzard Battalion member. You don't have to be a member of the channel. You can just come out to Discord, join Discord, and we'll include you in those games as well. The bingo game, those for all the points you accumulate in the bingo game, those will roll into the season total for the Book of Boba Fett. And Sozu, I like where your head is, and that is the free space in the middle of the bingo game is Fennec Shand. So the bingo board's there in the middle space. You get Fennec Shand. That's the free space. Of course, Boba Fett doesn't count as a cameo because that's what it's about. So I see you guys. Let's rig it. You're trying to rig that Elite Squad giveaway. Santa will rig it for himself, Mark. I really want that Luke and Grogu poster. Oh, Nikki, you know what? I've got it right over here. I have the Luke and Grogu poster right there. I got it from our friends over at ESB. So Echo Base Network, or EBS, right? Echo Base, EBN, Echo Base Network. I'll get it. Somebody over at the Echo Base Network sent me that poster. I've been looking to get some matting and a frame to put around it. And I want to do it right. I want to get that posted really, really well. So I've got that posted, the Luke and Grogu poster right over there. It's right out of my reach. I can't quite get it from here. Ronnie, I'll be at the top of the Wall of Fame. I'm confident. I got them all right. Very good. Very good. Ronnie, yes, I've got the poster as well. I love that poster, and I do want to get it. I want to get some matting put around the edges of it and a frame, a really nice frame. I could touch it. I love it. It's mine. Shame. Nikki, if it weren't you, I wouldn't do it. But it's, I need it in metal, like a display. Ooh, that would be cool. If somebody paint that or print that on a metal, that would be cool. Oh, that's great. That's why Martin's able to get all that shill money, is because he's got access to Patrick's Hasbro. Oh my goodness. You guys, I've had a lot of fun today. If you would, please, I've pinned it in the chat here, our Discord server. Come join us over there. We talk regularly. I'm on there active, and Star Wars Meg is there. We've had some fantastic support on the Discord server. So folks gave us some server boosts to ensure that we get to stay at the level 2 Discord server, so that when we do our watch parties, you guys can view it in a better, we have more bandwidth to be able to do those watch parties. We have fun there. We chat regularly. We share content out there. It's a fun place for everybody. And if you're not careful, you might see a picture that'll burn itself into your retinas that you'll never be able to erase. Oh, it's so much fun. Yes, big thanks to all the Discord boosters. Star Wars Meg and a few other folks reached out today and boosted the server. And again, you guys, Meg is under the weather. She did stop in to say hi earlier. Keep Meg in your thoughts and prayers, that she would heal, recover, become the Meg that we all love, and give us today she gave us a video, and you could tell that she was really struggling to get it out for us. But she loves this community. She loves Star Wars, and she gives us some of the most fantastic content out there. Oh my goodness, Gray! I upgraded to the Elite Squad. You are fantastic. You guys, Gray is a dear person in my life. I absolutely love her. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support. Yeah, and Ducky, no, my odds just got worse. Well, the worst thing that could happen is if Mark were to win that that giveaway, because Mark already spends too much on collectibles, and all we have to do is start his sideshow collectibles where he feels like he needs more in his collection, and then he could be completely bankrupt. Yes, Meg does need to. Yes, she's already bribed Santa with those pickles. May have to rig the giveaway for my friend Gray. So yeah, please remember Meg. She's she powered through today to give us some content, and she was feeling under the weather. We hope you get strong. We hope that you are feeling better, and we absolutely love you, Meg. Thank you so much for all you do for this community and for us here on my channel. You've been great. You've been great. Mark, I'm happy to stop with just the throne, Boba, and Finnick. Promise. You just like you promised that if you were to get a HasLab Ghost, you would never ask for anything ever again. I don't believe you, Mark. I just don't believe you. Yes, please get well soon, Meg. You guys, I've had fun. Got things working today. You know what? You guys want to try one more thing here? I want to try something. I almost forgot. There's, I was messing around with Streamlabs last week, and I was not able to get it working. I wanted to Streamlabs voting. I wanted to put a Streamlabs poll up there where you do the, like Fanjecture, his debate 8, and I wasn't able to get it working. So for those of you who are still hanging out here, I really appreciate it. I want to get let's see if I can get this poll working and see if can I get a PS5 for Christmas. Oh, that's a good one. I hope so, Sozu. I hope so. Let's see if I can get this. Let's go here. I think I have everything enabled. I think I have everything working to do these polls. And let me see if I've got this open. And this was one of the polls that I had out for last week. Let's see if I hit start poll. Will it work? I'm really curious if I can get this thing working. Let's see if I have it set up. Ticket, chat, participation. Oh, here we go. Right there. Okay. So I've got, oh, look. Oh, look, Streamlabs opened a poll. You guys, can you do me a favor and go in there, vote 1 or vote 6? Which is your favorite? The dual exclamation vote space 1 or TOB1 exclamation vote space 6, and I saw that Streamlabs put it in there, and so now I'm curious, will it work? Will it actually work? I see a couple of people voting, and we'll see if this works or not. I have it up there, and it seems to be trying to do its thing, but I don't see any votes. So Streamlabs, what did you do? What did you did it work? Did it not? I see Streamlabs is recording the votes, but I don't see the results. Let me see if I can. Come on. Something went wrong. It says something went wrong. Let me come back in. Hit polls. Oh, there we go. There we go. I had to restart it, but now it looks like the votes are coming in. I see 2 votes. See if I can get this thing to work correctly. It's counting. Oh, one person voted TOB1. And I'm curious why that's not showing up in the. Let me see. If I turn that off, turn it back on. Oh, look. You guys can see the results right there. It's working. It's working. So I always envision Anakin on it. Oh my goodness. It does seem to be sort of working. The votes are coming in. We got 4 votes for the duel, 2 votes for TOB1. No time left. And let's see if I close the poll. Streamlabs, you can no longer vote on the poll. There we go. You guys, the vote is rigged. Well, that's the way this. That's the way Debate 8 works. It's always rigged. But it looks like it sort of worked. We had 6 votes come in. The duel got 4. TOB1 got 1. So I got 2. 4-2. And I don't know if I can get it to. There we go. Poll completed. So thank you guys for testing that. I still got some more. Oh, look. Streamlabs is even telling us the winner. There you go. It looks like I still have some more to learn to get that really, really working. Santa, what do you dress up for Halloween? Oh, that's a great question, Ronnie. We just went to the Ohio Renaissance Festival over the weekend. Had a great time. I've got a bit of a Renaissance Santa outfit that I love, and a lot of times I dress up as Santa for Halloween, and then people complain, Santa, it's too early for Christmas. I'm like, I'm Santa, it's always Christmas. Oh, you guys, I'm always Santa, so that's normally what I do. Gray, I wanted to love Vision, sadly I did not. I understand. Gray, I'm curious, is there one episode or 2, are there any episodes that you thought were okay, or you just didn't like any of them? Or did you watch a couple of them and say, nah, it's not for me, and you stopped watching? Have you watched all of them? And if you watched all of them, are there any of them that you thought were okay, or just, yeah, you watched all of them, they're all garbage? What do you think? You could pull off the Matrix Architect for Halloween. You know, the other thing I've thought about dressing up as is a garden gnome. Oh, I've got the beard. I could do that. Sozu agrees with Gray. So I'm curious, for those of you that didn't like Visions, are there any episodes that you liked? Let's see. I'll give Gray some time to answer. Same question for you, Sozu. Are there any episodes that you thought were okay, just okay, or did you dislike all of them? Let's see. Noor Khan, thank you, Noor. Just subscribed. You see the notification come up there. Thank you so much. Appreciate the support. You know, it's from your subscriptions, your super chats, that allow me to get these figures to give away every month. And without your support, we wouldn't be able to give back. So I try to take all of the money that comes into the channel, invest it into these giveaways. In fact, at this point, Santa's behind. Shh, don't tell Mrs. Claus. Oh, Santa's behind. I need to get raise more funds to be able to pay for the things that I've ordered for the giveaways. But I trust you guys are fantastic, in that by the time we get to January, we'll be back on board, right? Oh, you have a Ren Fair get up. Oh, fantastic. Great. I enjoyed the duel. Oh, good. So at least there is, and you were able to watch. All right. Uh, yeah, I thought some were fun. I agree. All right. I was going to go ahead and end this before, but I wanted to test that Streamlabs voting thing. So you guys come join us on Discord. Join the discussion. Tomorrow, I should be able to do our weekly discussion with a magic maker. We'll take up some other topics tomorrow. Talk about visions with a magic maker. See what he thought of it. And I've been rereading Heir to the Empire, and I've got some thoughts on that as well. So thank you all so much. I've had a good time today visiting with you, and look forward to seeing you again next time. Remember Star Wars Meg in your thoughts and prayers, that she would get healthy. So until next time, my friends, Merry Christmas, and may the Force be with you always. Take care. Bye-bye.